Welcome to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel. Welcome everybody. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thanks for joining me today and the discussion today. Somebody said there's a light that shines there. Is that better? Good. Yeah. Somebody said there was a light that was shining on my mum. So okay. Welcome everybody. This is. I think this video will be more about. I'm just trying to put this into the right context because I don't want to sound egoistic, and sometimes it's too easy to sound egoistic. What I've noticed over these past 2 years is the barrage of self-help videos of people who predominantly have no understanding of energy. And I think if you really, truly want to talk about self-help and how to help people, you need to understand energy. And there was a famous man actually once said, everything is energy and that's all that matters. And it's true that everything is energy. And to understand energy, you have to become a healer. And that's the truth. Everybody should at one point become a healer. Just like many people take a course in I don't know, emergency stuff, learn how to give resuscitation and mouth to mouth and, all of those things. I think people should learn how to heal. And the reason why is because part of the healing process, you eventually get to see, some people see it straight away. Some people feel it, and that's energy. So energy is around us all the time. We're all made up of energy. A rock is energy, water is energy, you are energy. Everything that you are, every particle, every cell, every electric part of your body it's all energy. So we vibrate at different frequencies. And what is energy? Energy is a vibration. So when you walk into a room, you can feel the energy sometimes when you don't even need to look at anybody, but you can feel somebody staring at you, or somebody's jealous, or you can walk into a room where people are abusive and angry, or trying to pull the wool over your eyes and trying to con you. You can be in a room with somebody and they're, let's say, in grief, pain and suffering. You can feel it. You don't know why, you don't understand, but you can feel it. What's wrong? It's not just, oh, I can see it in your eyes, but I can feel it. You can literally cut the air. And that's something that healers learn to understand. So when you become a healer and you learn to heal, you learn to understand energy. And by understanding energy and feeling energy, then you can create a new energy by cleansing the old energy and bringing in a new energy. So they say love conquers hate, and it's true, it does. When your body is filled with a negative energy, which is very easy to do, it's also, and you have to bear this in mind as well, it's very easy to create positive energy in your body. But you've been told that everything is wrong in the world. You've been told every day that you're a sinner. You've been told that you're not a good person and that these people on TV are better than you. So all the time you're being programmed to create a negative energy inside you. So every time you're on your phone, looking at your phone, you're looking at people's lives and thinking that their lives are better than yours, which then makes you feel worse. So everything that you're doing is created by this energy around you, which is manipulated by certain people in this world. And you have to understand that. And that's part of the journey of becoming a healer. You become awakened to understanding manipulated energy, or energies that manipulate you. And then you can actually go even deeper and you start to see it's not just these people who try to control the world, like the governments and the New World organizations, the three-letter organizations that are always manipulating you and trying to make you do something that deep down in you don't want to do, but you just follow because you feel that's an energy. So I'm following because they told me to, or I am being told what to do. So when you become a healer, what happens is that energy is recognized. You can feel it, you can sense it inside, and that's when you break away from the darkness. You break away from people who are always negative. You break away from all of that negativity or negative energy that people create or that is created and you don't want to walk into a room. So you get to the point in life, like myself, that I am very, very aware and I honor my energy by what I look at through the day, who I spend time with, where I go. All of these things are vital in my healing process. Now, energy, when you work one-to-one with a client, you can see energy, and normally it's around the body. And when you see that kind of energy around the body, you start to see that there's bigger sections of energy, and sometimes they're slightly different in color of matter. So it could be a light energy, or it could be a gray energy, or a darker energy. And sometimes you end up seeing colors, which is an aura. An aura energy, they are slightly different in my humble opinion. So aura is like a life, I guess, like a life force. It's whatever you feel you create from within. But what I'm talking about is energy that we're looking for on the body, which is, let's say, unbalanced. Let's say there's something happening in the physical body which is causing a disruption to your beautiful life force. And we look for that and we feel it. And actually, if you practice, you can close your eyes and run your hand over yourself like this, or over a client, and you can feel where the disruption is. It's a bit like there's a hole somewhere that needs to be filled in and the energy's been lost. And that's one way of looking at it. But it's also the fact that your body is maybe in distress, let's say in your mind, because you're creating pain and suffering because somebody just said something awful to you, and that maybe the left side of your brain is now focused thinking and you're creating this negative energy. So we now have to go and clear that in that particular part, so we can feel around a client where there is a kind of disruption or a disturbance. I like to keep it nice and simple, and I say we call it scanning. So we scan the body and it feels different here. That's if you can't see energy, but you can feel it. Good. Okay, so you feel like you need to be there because maybe your hand's tingling, it's getting hot, or something's happening in your body, because sometimes we become a mirror image to the client. So we'll feel a pain somewhere. Oh, I felt a pain in my heart. So maybe what's happening is that your client is calling out to you in a way that you're feeling your client. So you go to the heart and work on the heart. We don't often fully focus like a scientist. What we do is we go with the flow. And what we found over these 2 decades is if you just simply follow the flow and feel that energy, you'll find that one section of the physical body is now healed, repaired. And then there's another section which was a little less of a negative energy. But because you've healed the heart, then they're saying, okay, the heart's healed now. You've cleared that energy, it's gone, there's a fresh energy being created, and it's now healing the body. But there's also another place. So imagine if I slapped you across the face and then punched you here. You'd feel this pain first, and once that pain's gone, then you'll feel this pain. Okay, same thing. So we're looking for disruption and disturbances in the body. What you find as a healer, as you start doing it more and more, you'll naturally go to the most powerful place, which is the most disturbing, most let's say, self-sabotaging place that you're creating. So let's say that you've just heard somebody saying something terrible about you, really awful, and they were your best friend. It's in the head, but it's actually gone right down your body and sat in your second brain, which is your stomach. The emotional brain is where all the attack energy sits. So you find yourself being pulled to the stomach. So you work on the stomach, or you're seeing the energy around the body, and you see there's a disruption around the stomach area. Thus, we need to clear that away and make a perfect energy around the client, so there's no disruption, and it's nice and flowing. It flows in a beautiful way. It can flow any direction, but it's nice and lovely. So when you're finished on the stomach and the stomach issues disappeared, your client might cry, they might feel real pain and suffering. You stay there till that's gone, and then you work on the next part of the body till you're happy after your hour or an hour and a half of healing that client. And that is energy work. Now, over these years, when I've noticed certain aspects of being drawn to a certain place. There's a pattern to that place. So I'll give you for instance, if you were to go directly to the temples and you can feel the energy and you can see the energy disrupting around the temple area, that's normally an energy of an overthinking mind. So that means that you're not sure where you are, what you're doing. Your mind is trying to tell you that you need to come up with an answer. But the problem is the mind never stops. So there is no full stop with the mind, and that's because the mind is a tool. So you have to learn how to switch the mind off, but most people can't. They don't. They've never been taught this. This is only taught by healers. So when you heal that part, the client gets up and feels better, and they don't have migraines, they don't feel like they're dizzy, they don't feel like they can't see well, their eyesight's all over the place prior to the healing session, and now they've got a sense of inner peace inside their head. The reason why that is because you've cleared away the negativity that's been created by an overthinking mind. If you can place your hands there and create and pull and channel the energy that clears that, what you find is that your client then, the mind energy goes into a kind of like deep state of calmness. And that calmness basically is an energy that says to the mind, just shut up, will you? Just shut up. You've done enough now. You don't need to say anymore. And it's almost like putting a full stop there, or stopping the mind from saying anything. And within that period of time, from that 1 hour till however long they walk out of that door and sit down and feel that energy, gives them an idea of what controls them. And what I mean by that is you have to recognize why your mind started kicking in again. And that is a beautiful thing if you can teach people as a healer. If you can say to them, look, recognize the first moment that you lose that peace. And it's not peace, it's an energy that is actually healing the mind. Soon as something disrupts that by a thought or by a person or by a place, okay, then that is what you need to fix and heal. So let's say a lady comes in and she is with an abusive man, and she knows deep down that she needs to get away from this man, because if she doesn't, she's going to end up insane. She's gonna have a breakdown. It's awful. He's abusive. I can't be with him anymore. The client doesn't say anything, but you can see that within the mind and in their feeling of the stomach, you can see that this person's going through great trauma and doesn't know what to do. Okay, so you give them a healing session. When they get up and you say to them, okay, how do you feel? I feel amazing. I feel better. I feel like I can move on and I'm strong enough now to continue what I'm doing. Okay, well, we already know that you've come here for a reason. We might not know what that reason is, but we can see clearly that whatever's happening in your life, it's not good. Therefore, when you say to them, look, now that you're feeling like this, hold on to this feeling, but be aware whatever upsets you and takes away this beautiful feeling that you have, is that what you need to fix, resolve, and let go of. By doing that, you plant a seed in their mind, in their heart, to be aware of what actually makes them upset, because now they've left your room, they're feeling happy, they feel strong, they feel balanced, they feel just how they should do. So they go out and they have a phone call, and that phone call is their husband or a partner, and he starts abusing them, and then all of a sudden the new energy of negativity, fear, sadness starts to create and then overwhelms that feeling of love and healing. So now the client realizes, I know what it is. They knew anyway, but it's nice to remind them. So okay, now they know what it is. Now they have a choice, they have an option, they are able to see what their issue is. Once they've seen their issue, they're one step closer to fixing it or not. So what we do then is, if they come back again, is we strengthen them every day thereafter, not only to clear what they come back to clear what they cleared before, so we keep clearing the same situation, but now we're looking at trying to strengthen the heart. So healers know that the first thing that's important is that punch, right? We heal a punch, but then there's a slap. Now we need to heal the slap. So that slap in this case will be the heart. So now we need to strengthen the heart so the slap energy disappears and we make it stronger and stronger. So no more slaps are allowed. No more punches are allowed. So this person then becomes so strong that they then start to realize that I need respect. And if you can't give me respect, then I'm going. So you give them strength to be able to stand up and have the courage to let go of what needs to be let go of. So obviously, abusers don't really change. They just continue abusing, but in different ways. So when somebody decides that their life is more important than the person that they're with, they then get up off the healing bed and say, right, I know this was very normal. The energy then changes and say, now I know what I need to do. So there's a process within every client that we have. The process is, first of all, we clear the pain. Once we clear the pain, we need to know what and why that root cause happened. Once we're aware of the root cause and why it happened, we then give them the strength and courage to walk away from it or move on or face up to it. Okay, so this is just one singular part of learning to become a pure energy healer. And once you learn these little things, these multiples of thousands of things that you understand about your client and why your clients are sick and ill, you then generally know where the root cause is to many things because of time and patience and effort and learning from the thousands of hours that you learn from your clients. I said at the start of this video, many people talk about self-help and how to help people and heal them. But the problem with that is that they've read it from books, and you can't, just like a crystal, you can't say that this crystal does this, right? You have to understand that every single crystal is unique to your healing process, just like you are unique to your energy. So somebody reading from a book and saying, okay guys, listen to me, I know what's wrong with you. It does not really work. Sounds good, makes you feel good for a few minutes, but that is not the healing process. The healing process is a combination of actually learning to lie down and have a healing session. Once that healing session's taken place between you and the healer, most of the time you will understand what the issue is within you and where it is because of the healing session. But the healer guides and helps you along that journey to find the courage to be able to look at the root cause, face it, and then the healer gives you the power and the energy of the lion to stand up and be strong. That is the healing process. However, there is also the physical aspect to this, not just the emotional. The physical aspect is every single issue that you have in a physical body. So you have a physical issue in your body, 9 times out of 10 is because of who has treated you the way they have, what you've allowed in your life, and what you put into your mouth and what you don't put into your mouth. So this is another aspect of healing you. So you could have an issue with, let's say, bowel cancer, or you may have irritable bowel syndrome. All of these things are related to the physical aspect of your journey from being a child up till this moment. So you need to learn how to heal that. But if you don't know how to heal it, because you don't know what the root cause is, you might have an idea what it is, but you don't know, then it's very difficult to clear that long-term illness. I have seen thousands of people heal from what doctors and the current medical industry says that is incurable. So they've gone to a doctor and the doctor says, I'm sorry, you'll have to live with that for the rest of your life. They come here and within 3 months it's gone. And then the doctor says, well, some things can't be explained. They can be explained because I and many healers understand why. Doctors don't learn what we learn. They only learn a set process. So they can't explain it because they've never learned it. Whereas we understand root cause, we understand pain, we understand trauma, and we understand how to clear that trauma. And that is part of a healer's journey. To feel energy, which is a trauma, to feel energy, which is a physical, to feel energy, which is an emotional, and sometimes to feel energy, which are attachments. So there are so many different forms of healing energies that we can use to help clear negative, dirty, dark energies. So this is just 20 minutes out of 4 full days of understanding the Pure Energy Healing online course that is about to take place with myself, live and interactive. Leila Sati will join me in the beginning of October. And if this just made you feel like, okay, this sounds like I actually get what he's saying, I'm understanding it. If you understand this, then you will understand the whole of the 4-day Pure Energy Healing course. It isn't just to become a full-time healer, it's to understand energy and learn how to heal you, your family, your friends. So this is vital along our journey. So if you're ready for it, and if this 20 minutes has made you feel good, and it's made you feel, okay, I get what he's saying, I understand what he's saying, it makes sense, then you know out of 20 minutes that you've just received is part of 4 magical days that you can be with me and Leila Sati, live interactive on the next Pure Energy Healing course. If you're ready, if it feels right, you will be there. And I hope to see you there with a smiley face, and maybe, just maybe, after those 4 days, your life may completely change to be the most strongest and most powerful and happiest and healthy life that you could ever imagine. And that is why I created this 4-day Pure Energy Healing course. We already have 2 people today that signed up, one from, I believe, Canada and one from Australia, and they're flowing in. So it should be a great course, it should be a lovely bunch of people, and I can't wait to see you all at the beginning of October. Link below. Love you all. Energy is everything. If you understand it, you'll understand your life, and you will feel and live the most amazing life you were born to. Have a great day, guys. Link below.